Robin Williams is the Cadillac Man with a wild, extravagant and out-of-control lifestyle. The TV premiere on BBC2 shortly.
I'm a thick man.
Now this week on Do the Right Thing, we tackle the subject of sexual harassment.
What are you doing? You just can't do that.
No one's ever complained before.
Well, I'm complaining.
I'll be joined by Frank Skinner, Diane Abbott MP and Michael Winner. Join us.
Would you do the right thing? Saturday, 8:20 on BBC1.
I don't like him. He gives me the creeps.
Don't start all that again. He's harmless.
I'm not being funny, but how well do you know this geezer?
I thought you said we wouldn't need a gun. Look, I changed my mind.
He's a nutter.
What?
He's a loony, a space cadet.
Are you in or out? In.
EastEnders, the 3rd episode, next Monday at 8 on BBC1.
A momentous and emotional occasion now on BBC1 as the tributes are showered on 2 legendary DJs, parting company with Radio Fab FM. For Smashie and Nicey, the end of an era.
On the 22nd of Nov, 93, an event was to happen of such earth-shattering proportions that it was to shatter the earth to its very proportions.
Would you like some chutney to take home?
Who'd want to harm a little old lady? Well, Owen might.
I thought you wanted me to. I kill your wife, you kill my mama. That's fair.
But Larry's not cooperating.
Well, just meet her. Maybe she'd be somebody you'd like to kill.
Throw Momma from the Train, the Tuesday night movie at 9:30 on BBC1.
You clumsy poop!
You'll be a missionary when you grow up.
Will I get a different hat?
Thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven.
Just remember when you're out in the world and all its sin, that you belong to the Lord and you belong to me.
And lead us not into temptation.
These children of God have fallen foul of their lusts.
But deliver us from evil.
Satan himself appeared as an angel of light.
And sin be mine.
Oranges Are Not the Only Fruit, acclaimed drama starring Geraldine McEwen, next Monday, 10:10 on BBC1.
Manchester United against Oldham and Everton against Blackburn Rovers. Match of the day in 20 minutes. The main evening news now on BBC1 at 10:40 with Peter Sissons.
3 people, including a British woman, are killed in a Dutch air crash. 14 others are badly hurt when a flight to Cardiff comes down shortly after takeoff from Amsterdam. Bosnia's Serbs block the Red Cross plan for a mass evacuation of Muslims. And victory for the D-Day veterans as the French retreat on the great hotel room grab. Good evening. A KLM plane carrying 24 people from Amsterdam to Cardiff crashed this afternoon soon after takeoff. The plane was heading back to Schiphol after apparently developing engine trouble. It crashed in a field next to the motorway linking Amsterdam and The Hague. 3 people, including a British woman and the plane's captain, were killed and 14 are in hospital. It's thought 5 Britons are among the injured.
The final resting place of KLM Flight 433. Wreckage strewn across a field near Schiphol Airport. The plane had been trying to make an emergency landing when disaster struck.
Hij kwam 5 meter over ons hoofd en we dachten, jongens, dat gaat niet goed.
An eyewitness said one of the aircraft's wings touched the ground as it attempted to land, and there was then an explosion. A tractor from a local farm was first on the scene, used to help carry casualties across the muddy field. Among the injured were at least 5 British passengers. The plane had returned to Schiphol after reporting engine trouble just a few minutes into its flight to Cardiff.
After about 20 minutes, the captain said to the tower that he wanted to return because there was an engine problem. And on his way back during the landing, the plane, as we say, crashed.
The plane's being examined now by Dutch air accident investigators. Their task is to ascertain why the right-hand engine on an aircraft that was just 3 years old should have developed a problem.
I understood that the data recorder and the voice recorder are already there. So I hope that that the reason of the accident can be found as soon as possible.
KLM say the plane's pilot is amongst the dead, as is a British woman. Other British casualties suffered mainly broken bones, cuts and bruises. A number of the British injured are expected to remain in hospital for several days. Their families are being flown into Amsterdam from Wales tonight. Jonathan Charles, BBC News, Schiphol Airport.
The Red Cross has cancelled plans to evacuate thousands of Muslims and Croats from northern Bosnia after Serb leaders placed limits on the numbers allowed to leave. The Serbs have been accused of murdering at least 20 civilians there in the last few days.
It is another showdown between the international community and the Bosnian Serbs. At a meeting at their headquarters in Pale, the Serbs did agree that General Michael Rose, the UN commander, could lead a mission to Gorazde, the Muslim enclave under heavy attack for these past days. But there was no agreement on Prijedor in northern Bosnia, still home to 7,000 Muslims and 3,000 Croats. Their lives are threatened. The Serbs refused to allow them to be evacuated except as part of an exchange. So the International Red Cross has had to suspend its plans.
Given the fact that our criteria are not fully met, we told Dr. Karadzic that we cannot start an evacuation operation. It would be jeopardizing the whole exercise and jeopardizing the security.